Oh, welcome, one and all, to the Rude Boy Sound, the Spurs Sound Off. And this is going to be a very, very busy week. And so we start off with the Carabao Cup. And we won. Let's be realistic here. We won. And so this is what I'm going to say, right? We won. And when you win, you don't want to disparage the win because that's the objective. You play to win the game, according to one Mr. Who said that again? I know it was a Jets football coach that said you play to win the game. I'm going to remember him by the time I finish doing this tape. I have 20 minutes to spend with you. Edwards, I didn't even get to minute number two. And, you know, Edwards said that we play to win the game. Don't forget that line, right? And don't forget that high line, right? And so if you're playing to win the game and you look at that high line at three up, you're not playing to win the game. If you are playing to win the game and you decided that Foster is going to put the ball down and pass it 6 yards to his center back in his own box, you're not playing to win the game. And while I might fault the defenders, you have to be careful when you assign blame. And so this is where I'm going to assign the blame. I look no further than this man right here. You assign the blame to this man and no one else. That's just the fact of what we're living through. This is how we play, mate. This is exactly how we play. And I said it before that if you look at those who come up off the bench and how they approach the game, that's how we play, mate. Right? If you have a youngster, right? Follow me on this. If you have a youngster coming out of the academy and he make his debut, say at the 80-minute mark, because you want to give him some time, so you're blowing a team out, and he comes and you put him at left fullback or right fullback. That is exactly how he is going to play. If you put Brendan Austin in the goal, he will be doing exactly what the two left-footed Foster was doing, is doing, going to do, because that is how we are made. And so when I speak about that before, people complain. Wait until this and wait until that and wait until a lot of stuff are going to happen, right? And so when I said, no, as they say in Jamaica, no star, that's the last time we won, but we're not into that right now. We're going to go back. And this man was there before, and he did it that way, mate. And that's my New York Giant. Hell, we're awful. Why did I bring up my New York Giant? Because what New York Giants are doing right now are as awful as Ange's tactics. This here, right? This here is the high line. The high line is what we are doing. And even though we are three up, right? We are playing the high line and we are playing it out of the back, even though we can play out from the back, three up, and we gave away 2 goals. And what's my point? My point is each time that we decided that we are going to play out the back, right? We get ourselves in trouble. We have always done that. We have always gotten ourselves in trouble trying to play out the back. And who do I blame? This man right here, right? Look no further than this man because you can't get frustrated when you make those kinds of mistakes because when you say that this is who we are, mate, it is from top to bottom. And I made the comment, right? Made the comment before. There's a lot of comments I made. Go watch my video. Watch my videos, please. And you will see how consistent I am in making these arguments. If you play like how you play in the league, you are not going to be successful in a knockout game because you are giving teams a chance to come back. If you score goals, when you score 2 goals, they are supposed to stick. That's a point I've made all the time. If you think the next goal is the most important goal that you can score and not the one you scored before or the current situation, you are going to be in big trouble. And while I'm not saying that we should have blown Man United out by 5, what I'm saying is that we did not control the game. We were up and we looked more vulnerable than the team that was down 3. And I've said that 1,000 times. And I felt like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again because there is no change, there's no pragmatism, there's no recognition of what we are doing right now. We're up 3, right? And all we need to do is squeeze the life out the game because this is not a league game where you can go back and make up the 3 points next week because you're going to get a Southampton to play. This is a knockout. It means you go to the next round. So how do you go to the next round? I'm not going to invoke Conte and I'm not going to invoke, what's his name? I'm not going to invoke, I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. I'm not going to invoke any of them. And so I'm giving you a run of the players. And before we start blaming Daniel Levy, right, about not providing the manager with what he wants, this is something that Daniel Levy cannot do. And I hope, people are paying attention to what I'm saying. Daniel Levy, right, cannot provide tactics. He can't, right? He cannot provide tactics because that is based on this man that I'm about to show you. This man, I found him. Tactics are based on that man. And so when we're crying Daniel Levy, don't do this and don't do that, we have to be careful because what we saw today have nothing to do with Daniel Levy. You can't be up 3 and feel like you have to score a 4th to win. We gave them the 2 goals. We gave them the 2. So even if we won would have won 4-1 because it was a good goal by the aged wonder, right? And so when we're talking about how do we play tactically, we didn't need to do anything tactical to beat United because United think they can play through us and they got burned. And every team that does that is going to get burned. But once you burn them and they're not ash, we give every team a chance because we are more interested in going 4 up than making sure that the 3 that we have already stick. And we play like this in just about every single game. What's the difference? When teams don't take their chances, right? We come away and we say, whoa, you don't know Ange. And that's Ange ball, right? And we saw what happened today with this is what we are, mate. This is who we are. This is how we are. This is plan A. And when plan A, like I've always said, does not work, we're going right back to plan A. Because when you look at Foster, right? I can blame the defenders all I want. But when you look at Foster, there's absolutely no reason for the ball to be going back to Foster. Kick it out the bound. Put your foot through it. Do what you do and play behind the ball because they have to come at you. And even if they score coming at you, that's the right thing to do. Then you know that your defense is not good enough and you have to fix that. But if you are trying to play retention of the ball and you're losing the ball and they're scoring, it means that that system, that tactic is wrong. Absolutely wrong. And I've been making that point from day one. If you go long, and you on a 50-50 ball, let's say that off the bat for those who understand football, 50-50 ball is anybody's ball. But guess what you can do? You can play behind that because what's going to happen is that the ball with you 3 up is going to have to come forward. And you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to make sure the ball is in front of you. And that's the objective. And the more time that the ball is in front of you, the better defender you are going to be, keeping the ball in front of you. You're going to get beat once in a while. They're going to move through you, but you have a better chance of doing something on the other side of midfield than trying to do something in your own box. And we gave them those 2 goals. You can't get from 3 without scoring 1. This is not basketball. And so the follies of Ange, right, keeps manifesting itself. And we didn't pay dearly for this one. But you can't do that. The objective in a knockout game is to score first and make whatever you score hold up. If you're trying to make it hold up and they come back and score, you go again. Sometimes the momentum will shift, but you make that 1 goal stand up, even if it's the one you manage to muster. You couldn't care less how many you miss after that. But if you're giving the ball away in your box and you find it in the back of your net, that can never, ever be a strategy. And like I said, I don't want to invoke Jose or Conte, but that is where you'd see the difference. I don't like their football, but they're up 3, they're going to squeeze the lights out of that. And something happened that I've been championing and calling for. Go to a 4-2-1-3. And we did that today. That means we start with the right formation. We play with a formation that means that we're going to be able to help the defenders. We're going to be able to help a young Gray. We're going to be able to help everyone around because now we have 2. Sarr wasn't as expressive as he used to be. I know Kulusevski want to come inside, but sometimes you play the game, and that was great tactics. That was great. Put Kulusevski out there, put Madison at the top, and then you put Bissouma next to Sarr, and you have more defense. But what we do, we are running away from it. We're running away from it. You did the right thing through the formation, but then you play out of it. by trying to put the ball down. One of the things that happen when you try to put the ball down is that everyone starts moving away from the ball and run away from the ball. If they're going to run away from the ball, then go long and then play behind the ball. And we are not ready to do that. And like I continue to say, I'm going to be very, very short with this, been under 20 minutes, is that when we start doing that, then I know that Ange's change and is seeing the light. Because, like I always said, we are going to score goals. There's no team in the league that is going to stop us too often from score goals. We are going to score goals. But after we score those goals, how are we going to play? And it keeps saying the same thing. You cannot play the same way when you have a lead. There's absolutely, absolutely no reason why you should be leading and feel like you are the one that's under the cosh. How the heck does that happen? I can't even find my snaps. I can't even find what I need to find to put it up there. How could we? How could we be doing that? Let me give you a little bit of Mr. Levy. This is not the man that you're looking on the screen that is responsible for what's happening on the pitch. So I don't want to hear it. I refuse to hear it. So take that somewhere else and look at where the issue is. Look at what you're supposed to look at and be constructive. I'm glad we win, but at the same time, I've always said this. You cannot play knockout football the way you play in the league. Once you score, doesn't matter what it is, you are supposed to be in the mold that this has to stick, and anything after that is bonus. 3-0 up, 2 goals were bonus. You only need to score 1. And if you score 2, it makes it even better. That's gravy. And we are up 3 and feel like we are the ones that were down because we keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And I've said it time after time. When you start getting punished, right, we will figure out. Because all this blind praise for Ange, we will come to our senses as fans and realize that it is not working. It's okay to attack. It's okay to play your principled football. But pragmatism is needed behind that. Because you're not going to consistently blow major league teams out the water. You need to play defense. And what you're not seeing, you're not seeing it being knit together. You're not seeing it being stitched together. It makes it feel like when you make a defensive stop, it's as though you're lucky, or the opposing team just didn't do what they were supposed to do. And that's how it looked to me. I don't know about anybody else. And let me calm down. We won. We're going to the next round. You understand? But we have to be able to play constructive football. We have to deconstruct and understand that while front foot football is good, there is a time, there is a half, there's a time for everything. Right? There's a time for everything. And I don't know why I'm running through all of this to show you. I see all my Jamaican stuff come up because I'm mad, y'all. I'm mad. He gets me mad. And so when you get a Jamaican mad, you will just talk and talk and talk and just anything. So I'm mad. I'm crazy mad that the man is not playing defense. He's killing me, bro. It's killing me. Killing me. Definitely killing me. But we'll take the win. We take the win. You understand what I'm saying? We take the win, and we will go home feeling happy about that. So we want to make sure that we remind you that this is who we are, bro. We are the High Line. Ange, you got to do better. The team got to do better. But Here is why I keep saying I do not blame the team. I don't think we're doing anything different on the practice field that we're not that we're doing today. Did I say that right? Whatever it is that we're doing on the practice pitch, that's what you're seeing in the games. So until we start practicing how to play defense, that's who we are, mate. And I'm out of here. And I'll see you on the weekend when we take on Liverpool. Peace. I'm the rude boy DJ Paul, and I'm out of here one more time for the Spurs sound off.